imagine you had a sense of humor. But if I'm your fairy godmother, that would make you Cinderella. No, not Cinderella. More like the big bad wolf, I'd say." Clayne swore softly. He wasn't sure whether the man was simply playing a game of Name-That Grimm's fairy tale character for fun, or if he actually knew something. "Yes, definitely the big bad wolf, complete with claws, fangs, and an extremely poor choice in business associates, not to mention a serious problem with anger management. That would just about sum you up, wouldn't it, Mr. Buchanan?" Heat swirled in the pit of Clayne's stomach the way it always did right before he was about to lose control. He hated it when people acted like they had him all figured out, because he was damn sure this guy didn't know him at all, regardless of all the wolf innuendo. Clayne doused the fire coursing through his veins before getting to his feet and approaching the bars. He stopped just short of them, afraid if he didn't he might reach out and choke the crap out of the guy. "I'm not in the mood to screw around. What do you want, suit?" If the man on the other side of the bars picked up on the low growl underlying Clayne's words, he gave no indication of it. "I don't expect you are, Mr. Buchanan. The possibility of a lifetime in prison can do that to a person, so I'll just say what I came here to say. I can make your problems go away, if you cooperate." Clayne narrowed his eyes at the guy. Maybe he was the district attorney. "Why would you want to make my problems go away?" Clayne demanded. "Because I know you're a shifter." Clayne had been called a lot of things in his life, but that wasn't one of them. "What the hell is a shifter?" "Someone who's part human, part animal." Clayne stared. Even if he'd been capable of speech at the moment, he wouldn't have known what to say. On the other side of the bars, the man in the suit smiled smugly. "I see that I have your attention now." Damn right he had Clayne's attention. "I know exactly what you are. In fact, I probably know more about your wolf side than you do." "How do you know so much about me?" Clayne practically growled. "Because I work with other shifters like you." Clayne's head spun. How could this guy possibly know what he was? He'd spent most of his life on the move, never letting anyone get too close to him, never allowing anyone to learn his secret. The only people on the planet who knew what he could do had died in that warehouse last night. Yet this guy said he knew all about him, and if he was telling the truth, there were others like him out there. That struck a nerve Clayne hadn't even known existed. He wasn't the only freak like this. The man put one hand on the bars, casually leaning against them. "I have a simple deal for you. The organization I work for would like to offer you a job. If you take it, the charges against you go away." Clayne wasn't so off balance that his bullshit meter didn't spike at that. Who the hell did this guy work for that he had that kind of power? "How can you possibly cover up 3 dead bodies?" The man sighed. He actually sounded bored. "Look, I'm not going to give you the full recruiting pitch. You don't have a lot of options. You can take my offer, or you can rot in prison for the rest of your life, because that's what's going to happen. Trust me, I've seen the evidence they have on you." Clayne was this close to telling the suit to go screw himself just because he didn't like it when people gave him ultimatums. But the guy went on before he could say anything. "I will tell you this. If you take the job, you'll be working for a very particular branch of the U.S. government." What the hell was he being roped into? "Which branch?" "The branch no one's ever heard of." The suit eyed him coolly. "So, are you..."